Hello guys, welcome to Minecraft on the PlayStation 4. You're with Sovereign. We're doing a world tour today. And the last video, in number 59, I said that I think in number 60 we were going to do the Ender Dragon fight, or the Wither fight. Probably the Wither. I've never fought the Wither before, but I'm actually thinking we'll do that on episode 61. The last time I did a world tour episode, I think was like 40, or just very, very near 40. So 20 episodes later, here we are again. And I'm still a little sick, so I apologize, especially if this is your first time around the channel. I have been sick, but nonetheless, I've been recording anyway. So here you are. Welcome. You're here for the tour. Let's begin. All right. This is 100% survival, by the way, so nobody think that I cheated and I went into creative mode. Those of you that have been around a while that know me, you know I would never do that. So here we just have our small botanical dome. I mean, it's really nothing major, and it was my first attempt at a dome, so it's honestly not that great. But I'm sure I'll get better at them in the future. But it was basically just a place where we could put, you know, all kinds of different flora and fauna and shrubbery and whatnot, and, you know, just let it be. Let it be. And I like it. It's a nice little place. I never did get anything else put in here, though. I meant to put in, like, a little bench or something, you know. And we've got a bed to sleep in as I was doing work up here. All this used to be like a mountain that was much, much higher. It was about as high as it is over there, and I, by hand, cut all of this out to make room for it. So it was a lot of work. This was made just for one specific episode a while back where I launched some fireworks. It was the 50th episode. I haven't really used it since, but from a distance, it looks like just a nice little platform to take a look at stuff from. And this here's my windmill. The first windmill I've ever built. This world was all about challenging myself and doing things that I've either not ever done or things that I have done but making them bigger and better. And I have my nether portal in here. It was more or less just a coincidence that I put it in here because when I first came to this world and first began going to the nether for ingredients and things to build with, I had my portal sitting right here. And when I decided I wanted to put a windmill there, I said, you know what, forget it. I'll just put my portal inside my windmill, and there we go. So now I still got my windmill and everything hanging out up there. Let's get a farther look back. There we go. And now you can see my windmill a little more. You know, not too bad. I mean, considering it was my first one I ever made, and I don't, you know, like to rip off designs or anything like that. Let's move over here. Now this is really still not even done. I mean, I've done so much work over here, I'm just kind of sick of it, and I want to take a break. Isn't that right? Who are you? Oh, you're Marie. Hello, Marie. Hello. Now, I built this area specifically for villagers. Now, there is a village in the seed which I just found not too long ago, but it's very, very far away, and I'm not going to make the journey to go and get some crappy trades from the villagers. So what I did was whenever I'd find a zombie villager, I would simply trap them, cure them, and then eventually I built this area for them to be released into. And where are the rest of them? I mean, there were 4 here, and I'm kind of like concerned that they're not here now. And I also had 2 iron golems, and they always hung out right here. Where are they? Oh no. Are you all by yourself? What the hell happened? There's no iron golems or anybody anywhere. Uh-oh. So yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not a huge fan of interior decor. I just like to get the structures put up, really. I mean, the interior stuff is more or less just for like a later time, you know. But I don't know, guys. Man, either like the villagers, I don't think they would have despawned because I did put name tags on them. But they're not here, so something happened. They either got killed or despawn, but again, name tags, I don't think they would despawn. But also there were 2 iron golems, and the iron golems stayed right over there, right next to them. So the iron golems would have to have gotten killed too, which I find hard to believe. Yeah, and so this was a little tower. I have no idea what the purpose of it is. I just built it. I was thinking about doing some kind of a ship dock over here. And we're starving. There we go. Oh man, I'm really bumming out, dude. I had 4 villagers, man. Or was it 5? I don't know, something like that. I cured them myself. Made them people again, and then I even bred them, and they had little ones. And you know what? I'll bet I know what happened. They probably got shot at from a distance by a damn skeleton, and were too stupid to bother to get inside. Like, dude, it's just you, Marie. You know. Oh no! Hey, man, what's up? Where the hell is everybody else, though? We got Marie. That's cool. Which one are you? You're Forrest. Okay, well, we got Marie and Forrest alive, I guess. Whatever. Yeah, well, I mean, they'll probably die out eventually, too. Frankly, the villagers are more upkeep than I think that they're worth, to be honest with you. I just felt like it would help fill out the world a little more, have a small community over here. All right, over here we have got my house, which again is not decorated on the interior whatsoever. Yeah, so there's my house. We can go inside, but there's really nothing interesting in here at all. Do I even have a bed in here? I don't, do I? No, I don't. Okay, yeah. And I removed the bed. Come and get me. No? Okay. And then here's my storage area. Again, no interior decorating. Now, I did have chests going all through the walls here, but I've been having frame rate issues, and it seemed to happen when I looked in this general direction. So I thought it might have been those, but apparently it was not. There's something going on under the ground that is just slowing me down. I have no idea what it is, though. Here's our smithy. So this is our automated smelter. It's not the most fancy one. I mean, they have redstone ones of all different kinds that... Where are you? I don't know. They do a lot more work, but, this works, too, for me. You've got coal, our fuel sources on either side. They get fed directly in. And then on the top is what you're trying to cook that'll get fed in. And then the finished result comes down and gets planted in that chest right there. We made some trips to the nether recently. We have our 3 wither skulls. So we're ready to fight the wither. And I'm hoping to find more wither skulls too for a build I'm currently working on, which I will show you guys in a mo. This is our barn. I actually had never built a barn before, and so I really wanted to. I just used acacia and red stained clay for the whole thing. And then I used yellow wool for the floor because I thought it looked similar to hay and wasn't as difficult to get. And then I just put some hay bales laying around, made it look more like a barn. We really need to fill it up more. And then just a small farm with animals on it. Now this farm is actually quite amazing in that it takes care of itself. Like, I haven't had to breed these animals at all. The game has been making them naturally spawn in there. So, I mean, I started out with like 2 cows and a pig. And they're like more and more and more and more constantly in there. And I have not bred them at all. The game just keeps like spawning animals in there. So then, hey, I got a bunch of free animals, so I'll take it. Okay, cool. And then we've got our potion brewing hut, which obviously I modeled after a witch's hut. Obviously, it's not like a replica, and I didn't intend it to be. I wanted it to look, simple, but like a witch's hut, but also not so simple that it's like, wow, that looks stupid, So, I mean, I made it, a little fancy, but a little not. We've got a steady supply of nether wart growing here. We got 3 stands here. This stand is to take water and turn into a base potion. I always leave the nether wart in this stand. This next one will be whatever we're going to do, whatever we're going to make the potion out of. So, for example, the last potions I was making were magma cream. So I would make the base potion here, switch it, and started brewing magma with the magma cream, and then I'd get another base potion going while this one was brewing. And then when it was time to switch, the augment that I use would be redstone to make the duration last longer. So then I'd have, like an assembly line, basically. And we've got our water here. We've got some finished potions there and more right there. And then our ingredients finally right here. This is our fishing hut, man. And actually, this thing has been very good to me. Many of those potions in the second chest of potions that I showed you right there are water-breathing potions. And, I have fished a lot of pufferfish out of this little fishing pond. So it has been most useful for me. And I had about the best fishing rod for it, too. Luck of the Sea 3, Unbreaking 3, and Lure 3. And actually, I didn't enchant the fishing rod at all. I caught fishing rods with various enchantments and put them together. And eventually, I had that really great fishing rod. So that was cool. And the damn Endermen, though, they keep griefing me and stealing my blocks. Get away from me. Bro, that is not cool for you to do that. Thank you for the pearl. Would an ender pearl be like the equivalent of like Endy testicles? I don't know, I'm just curious about that. What? Are you not going to come after me, or? Okay, dude. Cool. Anyway, all right. So now let's move on. Let's go this way really quick. And I'm not showing this stuff to you in any real particular order. I'm not showing it to you in like, you know, I built this first and built this last kind of thing. This is just kind of a jumble. So this is our little train station here. And I have it set up to automatically dispense a cart for us. So if you hit this lever here, the dispenser under the track will pop a cart up. And we can ride in it. Loud cart noises. Now we're heading towards a mob grinder of mine that I made. I had been looking forever to find a skeleton grinder, well, a skeleton spawner, excuse me, so I can make a mob grinder out of it. And finally, I did manage to find one, so we're heading there now. Almost there. We got to watch these tracks at night, of course, for those creepers. There we go. And let me just drop some of this stuff really quick. And I made a little minecart elevator, so you just fall down there and you hit the bottom with no problem. Oh, I need to turn this off. There we go. The spawner is now off. So we've got a place to sleep in here and a place to store stuff, to cook food, to make anything we need, to repair stuff while we're in here beating the crap out of things. Yeah, so we have our little mob grinder in here. This is our redstone access tunnel. So we got redstone all over the place in here. And let me cut this open and kind of show you like what's going on here. All right, so now the thing that is happening here is obviously this is a spawner, and unfortunately you can't move mob spawner, so I actually found the mob spawner and I built this around it. All these redstone lamps have a charge going to them, of course, that's why they're turned on. But I've discovered that even if they were all on, if the water was flowing over these ones on the floor, the room was not bright enough to prevent them from spawning still. So what I did was underneath this row of blocks right here that's sticking up, I placed some sticky pistons. And when I turn the lever off, I'm actually turning on everything, but that turns off the spawner. So when I turn the lever to off, the spawner is turned off by these sticky pistons pressing those blocks up, stopping the flow of water, so it doesn't flow over those lights and make them darker. And yeah, there we go. So now, I mean, you know, it's cool. You can control the flow of the skeletons. So, I mean, I can turn them on, I can turn them off, and all that good stuff. And in AFK for, you know, a minute or two, and I've got plenty of skeletons to kill. So it's pretty cool. And, of course, I've gotten plenty of great enchanted bows from them. I've got a lot more than this. I got tons of arrows, tons of bones, bone meal, and then for trash that I don't want, we can throw it there. I also have a full set. It's almost daytime. I should be safe to come out. Yeah. I have a full set of chainmail armor, which is awesome because it's super rare. And I think I have it fully repaired now too, because I've managed to get several different sets of chainmail armor from those skeletons, and zombies wear them too now, so that's also a bonus. More chances to get that rare armor. So now we're going to the Ocean Monument. I started this world right after PS4 got the update that gave us our new biomes and our other new things and our armor stands and our ocean monuments and all that good stuff. And there's a horse on my track. No. Okay, we made it. This seed is really cool in that it has two ocean monuments, actually. So one of them I'm actually draining, and I'm not making a grinder out of it or anything like that. That's what everybody assumes I'm doing. I'm actually draining it, and I'm draining a huge amount of it because I'm going to make it a special build for my subscribers and my fans. It's for them. And then the other one, which is just over there, you can actually see it. It's like right next door to this one, basically. I'm cannibalizing for its parts, so I can use those to make this one even better in certain ways that I need it to be. Oh yeah, we have a couple carts down here. Yeah, man, so, damn Enderman, dude. Like, seriously, this is driving me nuts. So that is another Enderman right there, taking my blocks. Like, they don't take any blocks unless they're ones you've put down, and that is just making me lose my mind. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, so I have the whole entire thing gridded off with sand, and then I use the sponges that I found in the ocean monuments and I go through and I suck all the water out of one of the grids, and then I get rid of the sand, and I continue to do that, and I just chip away at it. And, you know, it's taken me a very long time to do this, though, but it's so worth it. And it's going to be, by far, my biggest, best, and most beautiful build ever, and it's for you guys, and I'm excited for it. Once I do get it drained, though, like I've said before, you guys will not be seeing it anymore. Once I have it drained, it's all top secret, you know, hush-hush kind of work going down. And so I don't want you guys to see what I'm doing until it's done. So now we're heading back home. I'll meet you guys there. Alright, so we're heading back home now, guys. And here's the lighthouse. I have not yet addressed. It actually works. In fact, the lights are on right now. And I can actually make it have the illusion that it's rotating. But therein lies some problems. So, if you're wondering why I have this cactus here, by the way, what happens is when I ride the minecart all the way up to here, the minecart actually hits the cactus and it breaks it. And then the minecart falls into this hopper and is then put right back into the dispenser. And so I have an unlimited supply of carts, basically, once I ride the cart back here. So, that's nice. And, so, yeah, unfortunately, I mean, this does work. The lights are on now, but they're all solid. I can actually make it look like the lights are rotating with a redstone clock that I made up in there. But, unfortunately, it makes the world lag so bad. I mean, just really, really, really bad. And it already lags enough, to be honest with you. Something is wrong with this seed, I think. And it didn't really show itself until we got too far into the build to really turn back. So, yeah, I mean, that creates a major issue. But it does work. If you'd like to... Ooh, there's some lag right there. If you would like to see... My God, there's some lag. If you would like to see how I made it, in the episode where I made it in this playlist, I do show you how to make the clock and everything. So you can make it on your own, too. It's nothing major, nothing complex. Here we go. We got a small... Everybody's, like, hanging out on the lily pads. I don't know what the deal is with that. They all like the water, I suppose. Here's a little farm I made for the animals, you know. This little pond was actually already here, and I just kind of left it and built around it. I thought it was nice. And we have a little farm area, so I'm not huge into, like, automated anything, you know. I mean, I'm just not like that. I don't really enjoy automated stuff. So, you know, I'm just perfectly content to have a little farm going, and in fact, I don't even need to use it. It's more or less for appearances. But yeah, nice little building, very cool. I actually kind of modeled this building after a real-life building that I saw while driving down the road one day. I thought it looked neat, so I wanted to replicate it and do it. And here we have a silo, nothing special really. I mean, I've put a couple of bales of hay in it just to, you know, just cause. But yeah, we do have a silo here, and it's nice, I guess. There's really nothing much I can say about it. It's a silo. It's a cylinder. That's what it is. Yeah, and this is probably one of my favorite things right here. This was one of my most recent builds, actually. This was the thing I just put to bed the most recently. This giant oak tree I built completely by hand, 100%. You know, I gathered up all the oak wood and everything, built the trunk all the way up, and I laid all of the leaves by hand. Built the stair. I mean, I built everything, really. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this room. Again, you know, we need to do some interior decor, man. I'm just, like, really not good at that. And we'll go into what that is over there here soon. That's my newest project. But we'll worry about that here in a mo. Yeah, so, now, I used to have my enchanting set up all in my house. But I thought it was cooler up here. And then, of course, I mean, you get this really great view to add on top of all of that. So... yeah, now we got our enchantment area up here, which is really pretty, I think. This right here, this mushroom biome, it's not actually a biome. It's just, it's all an illusion, you know. That was not there. I made that. There was nothing but open, plain water right there, and I really wanted to add something new. And when I was off exploring one day, way off in that direction, I actually found a real mushroom biome with some mushroom cows. And they're not loading in from up here, but there are actually two I managed to capture and lead back with leads. And so I just used some silk touch, dug up a little mycelium. And then I came over here, I built this little bridge out of blue stained clay, which is purple. I know, it's blue stained clay, but it looks purple. Which I thought worked fine because the mycelium has that purple look to it. Made the bridge, and when I got out far enough, I said, okay, cool. And now I just took a bunch of regular dirt blocks and I laid them all out into the shape of an island. You know, then made a couple of smaller adjacent ones. And then here and there I just ripped out a piece of dirt and I stuck a block of mycelium in there. Mycelium will take over dirt and it will take over grass. Even if you put it in a field full of grass, the mycelium will overpower the grass. It's like a disease. And so you want to make sure, though, if you're going to build something like this in your world, that you don't have it touching any grass on the mainland, or eventually your whole mainland will be turned into mycelium. Unless that's something you want, then by all means, you know. So, I mean, yeah, this is not actually a biome. Mobs will still spawn there and everything. It just has the appearance of a biome. I created it from scratch out of absolutely nothing. So now we're going to go to the very last thing that I am currently working on. And actually, this is probably one of my favorite things so far. It's one of the things I am most excited about, just because I've never built anything like it before. Again, this whole Let's Play was really, you know, more about doing something that would kind of stretch my talents, I use that word loosely, as a Minecraft builder. I'm getting better every day, so I really wanted to do something that would kind of stress what I'm capable of doing. So I'm doing an old graveyard. I'm trying to make it look old, you know, and dilapidated and creepy and just worn out. And I'm still very much in the middle of building it. We just started it. So yeah, now the whole thing is fenced off. It's kind of recessed down here because it gives you that feeling of, you know, you're more secluded, you're more alone in here. And I made this dead tree in yesterday's video. But I was actually messing around today, and I wanted to know your guys' opinion on this. Should I do the dead trees out of soul sand? Because I don't know. I mean, I can't tell if I like this more or not. It looks darker, yes, but I mean, I don't know if, like, I don't know. Do you guys think that these would really give us that creepiness factor that we're looking for, that we're wanting to do? Or should I just continue with the gray, red acacia? Let me know, guys, okay? Soul sand trees or the acacia trees for dead trees. Let me know. We're working on a little cemetery right here. Cool, yeah. And this right here, we still need to finish the path and everything. This is like our little kind of chapel area. Of course, still not finished though, so we're working on that too. But hey, you know, I mean, it's all good, all in due time. And over here, we're gonna have a little like cathedral type thingamajigger. You know, like a steeple, I guess. Yeah, we'll have a steeple over there. Yeah, so that's what we're working on so far now, guys. All the other builds, I mean, everything here you guys see, every single thing has been done 100% in survival. Not a drop of it was done in creative mode ever. That's not how I play. I do it all myself. I don't have people come in and help me. It's all me. So hopefully you guys enjoy this survival world tour. I'm sure I'll have another one in the future if we keep this world going, but at the rate that it's kind of lagging on us, I'm not sure how much longer it's going to let us go for. But nonetheless, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to be nice to somebody today. Smile at somebody. Open the door for somebody. Just be nice to somebody. Make their day. And other than that, guys, have a good day, a good night, and goodbye. I'll see you soon.